Please welcome John Hay.
After all this, I'm not sure whether I want to retire or not. I want to change my mind. Yeah, really, with Mr. Alan Norley's talk, with the new brand, with the new agreement, with Joe Hart's talk, I think I should postpone my retirement. Sorry, we all shall have a late lunch.
Yes.
Sorry. Sometime in 1985, I saw a Chinese newspaper, an article translated from the U.S. News and World Report. The article was describing how Dale Carnegie Training was doing so well in Michigan, I think in Dearborn. How automobile industry was benefited by Dale Carnegie Training, especially their relationship with union. And then I got a phone number from Los Angeles, Dale Carnegie Training. I think it's Al Johnson's version. And they gave a number, a gentleman's name, who I don't know, so I called. It turned out to be our president, Mr. Oliver Crumb. He answered the phone. So years later, I found out Mr. Crumb always answered phone himself. So that's how I got my sponsorship. What we call sponsorship. Now it's a franchise. Actually, I didn't impress Ollie enough. So he didn't give me the franchisee. So I flew to Garden City and face-to-face talk with him. That's how in 1986, I got my contract agreement. That's not easy. At that time, 1986, who I was in, how do you say, midlife crisis. Whoever has 4 teenage children must be in midlife crisis. These 14 hard to handle. Actually, I admit it's a tough decision. Number one is I've never been in business myself. Always working for a company, earning salary. And I don't know what their Carnegie Training is. I didn't know, And never took the course. So I have to make a decision. It's a tough decision. The reason why I could make that the correct decision is all because of this brave lady.
Maria.
Honestly, she didn't talk me into doing the Dale Carnegie Training. She just ordered me. So something, in retrospect, it's kind of like a miracle. I flew to US and I took a 14-week Dale Carnegie course in San Diego. One person was Michael here. He was so kind enough to give me a scholarship. Big deal at that time, very strict. And not only that, during the 14 weeks, I guess it's after session 5, I took my first GA ship. And then when I was in session 8, I took my second GA, because that time 2 GA cycles are requirement, no exception. So then, in the meantime, while I was in San Diego, I took sales training. I attended we call conference. Finally, I passed conference. Still, they gave me an exception. What it is? No tandem. How could I do tandem then? So I was ready to come back to Taiwan to start Dale Carnegie training. At that time, I have more hair. Dale Carnegie Associates was so kind to let us order the material first, but defer the payment. So I ordered a lot of textbook, how to win friends, how to stop worrying, the quick and effective speaking, and all the golden books, award pens, and so on. So after that, about a month or so, I flew back to Taiwan, ready to start a business. And something happened in the first few weeks. Number one, disaster. Or how to say, frustration was all my books and supplies flooded, big typhoon. So that gentleman, the manager, to this day still remember us. He's a chairman of board of a forwarding company, and he took our course. He said, how could you have that kind of attitude control? When I went to talk to them, he thought I was ready to fight. And I said, you must be a big blow for you with this, all these flood and oil commodities or work on. So he kind of like impressed with our attitude. So what were we going to do without anything? So that's good. We start with in our course in Chinese. Without a textbook, without a manual, I guess no golden book either. Yes, also the worst part, we have to use the How to Win Friends, the pirate version. No copyright. So that's how we got the first stuff. I asked a special favor to get another clicker because I want to show you this is Mr. Dick Moko. And the gentleman so kind as to give me some praise is David Chow here. This is my wife. And, okay, bad news. In this class, 5 of them rebel, how do you say, mutiny.
They went into competition.
They wrote a letter to Dale Carnegie Associates, said how bad I was. And they love Dale Carnegie. They want to teach Dale Carnegie, but they don't want to teach for John Hay. And one of them even said, how about a new and a leading franchise in Taiwan for Dale Carnegie? So I was worried. Reason why I was worried, if one person is okay, 2 possible. If 5 or 6 people, Dale Carnegie Association may John Hay may have some problem. They may be true, you know. So I talked to Ali in the phone. I didn't have to explain to them this. One of those guys flew to New York, tried to see them in Garden City, but Ali refused to see them. And so in the phone, Ali told me, I don't know whether you remember or not.
I do.
Ali said, don't worry anything this side. You just take care of what happened on your side. In other words, if I can take care of the Taiwan situation, I'm safe. So with that kind of support, I have to work hard. So this is my first talk in San Diego, 1988. So my production was just a few 100% over my quota. How do you say, AMP now? Yeah. So I did pretty well in the first few years. And we were so honored to see
David and Dorothy.
Every year. But we're sorry we didn't get any award because we don't have 4 courses. You have to have 4 courses like a CIEDC or management seminar. You guys never heard of the name of those courses. So every year we celebrate no award until 1992. Yeah, you see, we get an award. I think we were number one at that time. This picture I treasure very much with my mother. At that moment, I must be her favorite son. You see, time flies. In Tucson, Arizona, that's our 10-year anniversary. 10 years, no, not a marriage, but we're still counting the anniversary. Wow. And I remember I got choked up just like a while ago. At the end of my talk, I said I had best 10 years in my life, but I believe I have a lot to look forward to. At that time, I had 80 trainers, but far from enough. You know why? I don't know what I'm going to say here, is that every year we receive award, we get a chance to meet Donald Dell and everybody. They see all these young guys. Today, later you will see them. Time really flies. Another 20 years passed by. This is 30-year anniversary this year. This is how we got every year when we got back. We get more and more people joining Dale Carnegie's talk, workshop previews. And these two pictures were given. I talked to Dao Chu in Malaysia. I said, "Are you coming?" He said, "No. This talk was given in Penang, Malaysia, with 5,000 people turn out, show up. So we really have a good time, but it's not easy. Like in Hawaii, I think we celebrate our 100 years birthday, Dale Carnegie. I mentioned Mr. Carnegie start from everything from one. I started with one trainer, that's me, and one GA is my wife, and one classroom rented, and in one city, Taipei, with only one course. They were Carnegie course, no graduate, zero graduate. That's how we got started. With all these 30 years, if you look closely, I especially get another clicker so I can point something to you. 1988, that means the first class was on session 4. This lady, was a class member in first class. I still sometimes got a Christmas card or letter from her. 1988, our first class. And people have to line up to, wait for a long time to get into the class. But even business was so good, we didn't forget to give some scholarship to sisters, to priests, to monks, and also all our lab classes were offered to non-profit organizations, the lab students. And during those times, you remember, our classroom was not large enough. so crowded, because usually the size of a class is a little bit over 40. Those were the good old days. If Jim can see, Jim, This is Jean,
Oh, yeah.
David Chow's wife. And this is I think a small group of discussion, report. So those were the days we started. And today, there are 350 As you can see, Taiwan was such a small island. Many people don't even know. But after Donald Trump talked to our president, everybody knows Taiwan now. But it's such a small island. If you look at the middle, it's all mountains. So only 1/4 of the land is inhabitable. But that many, what does that mean? 300, maybe not 350, because maybe 50, 60,000 graduates are from mainland China now. Maybe at least 300,000 graduates. That means like in a plaza, in airport, or in train station, every 60, 70 people you met, one of them will be Dale Carnegie graduate. Before I came, only a few days before I flew to US, I tried to buy some fruits in a small shop, mini supermarket. And the lady saw me, oh, I took the Carnegie training. So that happened all the time. However, she didn't give me any discount on fruits. So I Ron from Oklahoma City, are you here? He said, oh, Ron, you're there. We were in San Diego in 1987. Wu Biu was conducting, some people know Wu. He was conducting a conference for management seminar, the LTM. He told me, someone asked him, how can I be successful doing Dale Carnegie business when I go back to my own country? He gave him 3 methods. That is talk, talk, talk. So I heard that. So I gave a lot of talks. I think that's the best way to get enrollments. And then I started writing books. Books make us, how do you say in English? Rainmakers? Yeah, in business. And people would need my autograph. Yes. They don't look very happy, those people. They lined up too long for too long. I was quite happy. Okay. How did we come from 1 trainer, 0 graduate to 350,000 graduates? The major reason is my family. We are whole families are all in, like Joe keep telling us. This is how we are all in. I want to invite my family to come up stage, okay? She ordered me to do the Dale Carnegie training. Not just that, please have seat. Like Joe said, we are all in. Haley, not was, is, no, was the first female Chinese trainer in the world. Then I think she also was the first Chinese called now Carnegie Master. She trained I don't know how many trainers, keep training the trainers. But most importantly, she is the Chief Financial Officer. Every financial banquet, Audie usually gives an envelope of checks to her, not to me. Okay.
I'm the boss.
Now, here is the Gerard. Oh, I can say he's my favorite son because he's oldest among the four. Some people say he look like me.
Yeah.
Sure?
Yeah.
But I wish I looked like him. It wasn't too difficult to convince him to be in, like Joe said, because when he was in Yale University studying his graduate study, and we had a nice walk in the beautiful campus of Yale, and then we prayed together in the small chapel, and then he joined the Dale Carnegie training in 1991. And I heard Melissa Campbell, powerful talk. Something you don't know about Melissa. She visited Taiwan once in our office. Then I said, whom did you work for? She said, I work for my father. I still love him. I'm not sure about this guy. See, the picture he had with his mother was in a boat on Sinai River in Paris. The reason why I had this picture on is because Gerard told me his friend was talking to him about a visit to Europe, and his friend said, too bad. No fun. I travel with my mother. But Gerard was wondering why. He had a lot of fun with mother, And that's his personality. And his daughter, I must use this again. Here, Ali. Sorry, she couldn't come. What does all in mean? Joe, you should know this. Ali every year would enroll some friends or classmates to Dale Carnegie training. I think all her 4 cousins were in Dale Carnegie training course, and then in one summer they enrolled 15 classmates, high school, all took Dale Carnegie course. So that means all in. I don't know what he was doing. This said TQM, Total Quality Management, and also here the team building influence. But he simply enjoyed dancing somewhere. You see, his readers are much younger, maybe happier, I think. Does this picture look nice? Yeah. How beautiful. Well, I try to be brief because we're over time already. When they were dating, she used to work for Citibank. Good job. When Gerard was proposing to her, she said, I will say yes if you let me teach Dale Carnegie course. Now, both of them are Carnegie Master. Can you imagine that? What do you think when you look at him? Compare with the picture. He was a troublemaker in school. Breakdancer. But however, we never gave up on him. I guess it would be impossible if, see this picture. He took the Carnegie course when he was in UCLA medical school, and the intern, he volunteered to work in Africa, Rwanda. Rwanda saved many lives. He is now the Associate Medical Director at the University of Washington in Seattle. This picture almost hints that the only job he's doing is ask us to wash hands. And but what I want to say is that he knew something. He's very smart. He knows he makes a lot of money for Dale Carnegie and us. Why? He was only a Dale Carnegie graduate, not a trainer. But the reason why he made a lot of money for us was because he is the prima donna in our book. And the book was well known and read in whole China, describing how he came along from a punk to medical. I think, Chinese parents, Chinese family, they do everything for their children. So when they read my book, they all thought that's possible. So they start sending kids to us. I met someone from Beijing. They said they still to this day get some phone call, inquiries, enrollments from the readers of this book. But think about it. This guy, without the Dale Carnegie way of parenting, is impossible. What is Dale Carnegie parenting? Is that parenting word? That's don't criticize, condemn, or complain. Give honest, sincere appreciation to this guy. So I don't know whether he will become a trainer in the future or not, but we sure hope he can do it. Okay, here's my daughter. This picture was taken about 23 years ago when we were on a trip. And she was a trainer for the youth program. But what I really appreciate Clara was that she is always a family organizer, things, and she's a born believer of Dale Carnegie principles. Now she doesn't teach anymore, but she teaches 3 kids. Her husband is a Tim. Where are you, Tim? Come over here. What happened was all 3 kids, they were sitting there. Would you stand up, please? See, this is all in joke. They all took their Carnegie class and been GA. I said, the girl Easy is going to be GA sometime next year. What about Tim? Tim, I think I have never seen in the last 30 years such a good, smooth, successful transition from one franchise to the next, to the successor. They worked so closely, and he taught a lot of classes for Melvin Liu, and they're good friends. So I think succession, just like retirement, doesn't have to be said all the time, right? Okay. This is last. Joseph, not the least, he Look this picture. Here's the king in the King and I think we remember King and I. The younger generation have never seen this opera musical. But however, he failed to be an actor. So Joseph had to go to Stanford, for instance. But he was graduated at GA, but he never forgot about the Dale Carnegie training. Even in his TED talk, the 18 minutes, he keeps telling everybody what his father is doing and how enthusiastic I was in. And I don't know how many people have saw his talk, heard his talk in TED. He went back to Stanford again to get his master's in engineering, and then they found something I really don't know. What he's doing, the venture something. Okay, but he's doing pretty well anyway. One thing he has to do for us, he became the model for punctual advertising. Free of charge. Would you stand here for me, please? Okay. The second part is about my colleagues. I remember Peter Drucker, after a speech he gave, one of the young men in the audience raised hand, saying, "How do I know the company I work for is a good company?" Then Peter Drucker told him, "You just ask yourself 2 questions, and then you can immediately say yes, without hesitating, without thinking. What are the 2 questions?" He said, the first question is, do you get respect in your company? Second question, do you have opportunity to grow in your company? Wow, that's 2 very deep questions. He didn't say, is your company have a very high salary, or compensation, or fringe benefits, or the stock market, how good the stock raised up. Those things are important too, but he raised these 2 points. It's good for us to know, and also for our clients to know this, so they need us. See, people will get engaged when they have good time, and time when they get happy is we hang out with them. This picture shows Gerard, you see, his daughter, and Ashley. I don't know what Ashley was doing there. They had a good time, and okay, Shanghai, you know. Even during the study, they can have a lot of good time. We really emphasize on their growth, and also, like Greg Story said, we should get regional. In this picture, we see Greg Story and Paul Siriga, and also from Melvin and Darrell, and also Pat and Pop. In the back, it's Clark Merle. He flew, I don't know how many hours, at least 15,000 miles. And then arriving early in the morning, 6 o'clock, classes start at 9. So that's how, let's give Clark a big hand. Then we have some cross-territory. Some other franchises group will visit us, and we learn a lot from them also. So, Ralph Nichols, are you there? Yeah. You know, I overheard what he said to a new franchisee when he was ready to go back to his country. The guy was asking Ralph, what advice you have for me? Ralph said, 4 plus minus, multiply, and divide. That's basics. We use it all our life. So the guy asked him, what does it mean? Does it mean? He said, plus you have to keep adding people to your group. Minus, you have to let those bad people go. That's most difficult for everybody. Multiply means delegate. See, all our 6 area office, they all run autonomously. I really delegate. Divide is share the glory. Then I extrapolate a little bit from what Ralph said. I said plus means we should grow, keep like a self-confidence, teaching skill, delivery skill. And then minus is we all our life will have to minimize our weak points, our problems. And multiply is actually motivation. You don't want to add one by one, and you want to get a multiply results, then inspire and motivate your people all the time. Divide, I think, is sharing communication. So what happened? I try to do these basics as much as possible. Here are the results of the basics. I want to invite my 6 area general managers to come up, okay? Why you guys all walk so slowly? Time is running out. Okay, the first, this is how I'm more proud than anything else. This lady, Frances, come here. She was the first staff who can retire from us. 25 years. Otherwise, she has worked for us for 25 years and retired 3 years ago. Don't guess how old she is. Huh? She looks almost like 25 years ago. So, but that's the beauty of it. But she retired, she's still teaching for us. She's still advocating in Shanghai, in China, about their economy. So, thank you very much. The award winner, Arthur, his territory is the largest. His area office has about 3,000 enrollment. 4,000? Sorry, I made a mistake. 4,000 enrollments per year. When he joined us, he was a bachelor. Look how old his children are. 25 years ago. And he was also an engineer. Yeah. So after Arthur is Jackson. Jackson, come here. So, sorry, he lost a lot of his hair. After joining us, every year during the Chinese Lunar New Year's party, I saw them from single and with children, then grow up. So Jackson's daughter, you see, not that big now. The second daughter graduated from university in Vancouver, and especially I appreciate his dedication and devotion to Shanghai. Very difficult to do business in China. I think David Zhao or Roger must agree with me, because one of us in New York, I think it's Brenton, he was trying to look at the pirate Dale Carnegie training. And in one city, I think either in Shanghai or Beijing, and 30 pirate Dale Carnegie training. So very tough to compete with those pirates. And Brandy they use the same name, Dale Carnegie. And some of them even use our materials. Very tough, but he made it 16 years in Shanghai. And those companies like General Motors, TCL, and GSK all became our client because of Jackson's diligent effort and delivery skills. Thank you, Jackson. There is a young bachelor. I think it was also 25 years ago. Now his kids are happy. So when he joined us, because he was the single son in his family, he worried about whether he could have boy, especially boy. And after joining Dale Carnegie, that's the blessing he got, 3 children. So he's relaxed now, Yeah, he taught a lot of shoe manufacturing for Nike, for New Balance, and so on. Very good sales trainers. I went with him together sometime back. Yeah, okay. Thank you. Joy! Joy, I have to mention something special. The gentleman on this side was her father. Her father took Dale Carnegie course. Her father was her class member. I think it's under scholarship. 有奖学金吗？ More. No scholarship. No. You should tell me. Wow, that's not. But her father passed away.
Wow.
But I think it was. She told me every time his friend asked him where did your father work, he always so proud of Dale Carnegie Training. And I want to mention one thing. We got a big contract with Chinese highway construction engineering. So Joy has to teach way high in the mountain, in the desert, and in the evening after the dinner, or living in the dormitory, hostel, and in the dinner time, she has to tell them, I don't drink, I got an allergy, because they will ask you to button them up with those white lightning.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay, Clark. For some reason, Clark believes she's the best Carnegie master. I totally agree, but I want to say Clark doesn't understand Chinese language. How does he come to that conclusion? I don't know. Calvin have an area in high-tech science park city in Hsinchu. Calvin was also, when he joined us, he graduated in 1995. The Dale Carnegie course he took. Then he found it's much more interesting and meaningful in his life. So he quit his R&D job and joined us. You think about how much money he would make today if he still worked for those semiconductors. But I'm positive over there, maybe more money, but over here, much happier, right? Yes.
Yo.
I don't know what he's doing. Junior guy, 20 years with us. Because Ralph, plus, minus, multiply, divide. Joseph, this is their children, but when they joined us, their children was very small, very young. He was in Hangzhou, in the mainland city, mainland China, trying to save that market for us. So I really appreciated Joseph's contribution. But still, he plays hard, works hard, play hard. Okay, thank you. Now remember what Peter Drucker said, to have opportunity to grow. They all grow from one single course trainer, Dale Carnegie course, to multiple LTM, HIP, sales advantage, all now they customize those people. That's process. Some of them also took their time to get their EMBA, MBA degrees to like a rainbow. We are one Carnegie. However, each franchise has its own color. So I remember Donna Dale was asking me about what advice you have, John, to your grandchildren when we were on stage in Acapulco, Mexico. Then I told Donna Dale, I said, no, I was too young. I cannot give advice to my grandchildren. But I think every year, I keep thinking about we are all the same, one Carnegie, but we have something special, unique. Number one is our executive leadership training. We call motivational leadership training. This picture is actually not a professional. It's real situation picture. Especially small and medium business, their CEO, president come to take our course, this course. And then when they went back, they either start sending people or they ask us to do an in-house program for them. In the middle, this gentleman, Mr. Shaw, later he became Prime Minister, Premier of our government, and then Vice President of our government. All these people all retired, except me. I was the only one still. Also some exception, this Taiwan Power Company, see all these there, I think is Vice President above. They all took this leadership training. China still is big. I don't know, ranking is either third or second in the world. This picture was taken in 1992. All their vice presidents above took our training. And this is the company Joe is going to visit next month. One of them later became the chairman of board in this picture. Some other two has become president. However, I think they all retired by now, except me. Oh, also that lady in the middle is Frances Ward. When she was, I think just coming not to maybe one single course trainer, Dale Carnegie. She also retired, so I have to go. Another unique feature, I think you all know, is our program for the youth, for high school, for college, for primary school. Something I want to talk about in this picture. This is the teenage program. Here is Joe. He was taking the Dale Carnegie course, my youngest son. Here is Clara, was GA. She was GA for this class. And can you imagine all of these kids are now over 40 years old. And they are sending their children to our teenage class. What amazing. Just imagine the teenager gave talk to a public, to a class member, group of audience with poise. They gained their self-confidence. This is what the school couldn't give them, the family couldn't give them. And it's actually a Dale Carnegie course with 5 drivers for the kids. I love this picture. Look at the facial expression of this young girl. She learned the important skill of listening. I really like her expression. This listening skill would help her along her whole life, either in marriage, in working, in social life. And the kids usually in the class, you must have fun. Just look at the average. If you keep lecturing, telling them, like David Stern tells us, listen, don't tell. You just give them a lot of fun. The class, I think, if you assign the reading, how to win friends or something, they will not read. But if you assign a different group in Dale Carnegie course for them, each one will pick a story from the book, then you will act out, show, play. They have a lot of fun. Yeah. I will try to be fast, to be quick. Then every year we plus, minus, multiply, and divide. We share the glory. Our friends are all coming. And I don't know, someone cut my how to go back. Yeah, this is one of the last slides I have. There's an old Chinese saying that is, under the sun, there is no endless party. Party has to come to an end. I remember a famous movie director. He majored in computer science in that area. He, after many years, 20-some years of directing movie films, he was asked by a reporter, Mr. Yang Dechang, when are you going to retire? Then that movie director said, the word retire means, then I can do something I really enjoy doing. Then I retired when I was 22 years old, graduated from college. I have the same feeling now that I'm going to retire, but I will keep on doing what I enjoy doing. That is to teach, to give the talk, to keep advocating Dale Carnegie training, not only in Taiwan, but all over the place, China or Singapore or Malaysia. And I will keep on writing also because I really enjoy doing it. But however, the torch has been passed to a new generation. Good news, before I came a few weeks ago, I just have a tailor-made tuxedo, new tuxedo. As you know, we only wear tuxedo in the Carnegie Convention. So that means I will attend a lot of the convention in the future. Thank you.
Joe